Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Tesla Stock Podcast. This week, Tesla is fighting battles on three completely different fronts. A high-stakes legal battle in a Florida courtroom that could redefine the future of Autopilot, a long-awaited but challenging market entry in India, and an escalating battle over the leadership of its own CEO. With the stock trading around the $317 mark, we need to break down these critical stories. First, let's turn our attention to Miami, where a lawsuit that represents a serious threat to Tesla and its self-driving technology is now going before a jury. The case stems from a tragic 2019 crash where a driver, with Autopilot engaged, dropped his phone, and while looking for it, his Model S crashed into a parked SUV, killing a 22-year-old college student and severely injuring her boyfriend. Now, Tesla's defense is that the driver was solely responsible. Data shows his foot was on the accelerator, pushing the car to 62 miles per hour and overriding the cruise control part of Autopilot. Tesla's official statement says this crash had nothing to do with Tesla's Autopilot technology and was caused by a distracted driver. However, the plaintiffs will argue that Autopilot is supposed to monitor driver attentiveness and failed to do so. More importantly, they claim the car's separate automatic emergency braking system recognized the parked SUV and the pedestrians, but still failed to activate the brakes. What makes this case so dangerous for Tesla is that the judge, Beth Bloom, has ruled that the plaintiffs can seek punitive damages. In her order, she wrote that a reasonable jury could find that Tesla acted in reckless disregard of human life for the sake of developing their product and maximizing profit. This isn't just about financial compensation anymore. It's a judgment on the company's ethics and the safety of its core technology. A verdict against Tesla could severely damage public trust in Autopilot and the entire Robotaxi dream that so much of the stock's valuation is built on. While Tesla is fighting for its reputation in a U.S. courtroom, it's also taking its very first steps into a market of over 1 billion people. After years of delays and friction, Tesla officially opened its first showroom in India this week, located in Mumbai's upscale business district. The company will begin by importing and selling its popular Model Y, but the price tag immediately highlights the challenge. The base price for the long-range Model Y will be about $79,000 in India, compared to around $45,000 in the U.S. guide. This pricing makes it an extreme luxury item, unaffordable for the vast majority of Indian consumers. Tesla's entry into India has been a long and complicated saga. For years, the company pushed for India to lower its massive import taxes, which were up to 100%. The Indian government, in turn, wanted Tesla to commit to building a factory in the country. A new policy was eventually rolled out, lowering the import tax to just 15% for automakers who commit to building a local factory within 3 years. However, Elon Musk recently canceled a planned trip to India, and the company has since signaled it has no immediate interest in manufacturing there. So while opening a showroom is a positive step, it's a very small and expensive one, and the path to real growth in India remains uncertain and filled with challenges. This brings us to our final, and perhaps most critical, topic, the elephant in the room. Who is actually running Tesla? The company is facing plunging profits, the biggest drop in sales in its history, and significant brand damage from Elon Musk's political activities. Yet, many are pointing out this massive global company effectively has a part-time CEO. This concern is no longer coming from just the bears. Dan Ives, one of the biggest Tesla bulls on Wall Street, wrote last week that the board needs to set the ground rules for Musk and create oversight for his political ambitions. Ross Gerber, another well-known investor who made a fortune on Tesla stock, was even more blunt, telling CNN, to have one of the biggest companies in the world not have a full-time CEO is unheard of. Gerber's belief is that Musk doesn't want to be in the car business anymore and is using the promise of robotaxis and humanoid robots as a big shiny object to distract from the very real problems in the core auto business. This is the central crisis for the company. While fans argue that the future of AI and robotics is all that matters, there are serious questions about whether Tesla can win that future when it's lagging competitors like Waymo in the robotaxi space, and its leader seems so deeply divided in his focus. This isn't just about politics. It's a fundamental question of corporate governance and leadership at a time of immense challenge. So, to sum it up, we have a dangerous lawsuit in Florida that threatens the reputation and future of Autopilot. We have a small, expensive, but hopeful first step into the massive Indian market. And we have a growing chorus of voices, from bulls to bears, questioning whether the CEO is too distracted to navigate these complex challenges. This brings me to my question for you. What do you see as the biggest headwind for Tesla right now? Is it the legal and regulatory risk to its autonomous driving technology? Is it the fundamental challenge of growing sales in an increasingly competitive market? Or is it the CEO problem of Elon Musk's divided attention? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments section below. As always, if you found this breakdown valuable, please hit that like button, subscribe to the Tesla Stock Podcast, and be sure to turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.